going on, peoples? What it do? We want to welcome you back to the fresh new episode of What?
The Tea!
We hope y'all had a wonderful week, a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day to everybody across the land. Shout out to all the thoughts in DC and Miami that went down. Hope y'all are having a wonderful time.
Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Shout out to all the Marines, the Navy.
Yes, for Sailor Week.
Yes.
Yes, shout out to my cousin.
The entire armed forces.
Yeah, the entire armed forces.
Thank you guys for doing what you do.
Right, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even have anything to celebrate.
Okay.
But we don't need a reason to turn up, so.
Yes. Always.
Yes. Isn't it Motor Week or something like that in Virginia where they, at the beaches where they do some bike week, motor week, something like that? So
I don't know, I'm into cars,
it's
but I don't know that.
It's some type of
I know
thotty
the Indy
event.
500 was this weekend.
It's some type of thotty event.
Or something like that.
What?
I know the Indy 500 or something like that was this weekend.
Yeah, I guess.
Something with cars.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Alright though, y'all. I hope y'all are ready. Because y'all ready to spell.
I'm ready to spell, honey.
Let's spell. So everybody grab that glass, the cup, whatever you got. And remember, discretion is the key before spilling your tea. Clink.
Like clink.
Okay?
Oh my God.
Oh, girl, I sip
Praise
with no
be to
spell.
God.
I sip with no spell.
Alright, ladies, dolls, men, everyone across the land.
Gentilities.
Let's get into this flawless report.
Okay, flawless report.
Okay?
So, this week, as you all know, my favorite, Nicki Minaj, decided to drop not one, not two, but technically 3 videos this week.
2.5.
I guess you can say the song's not first.
2 3/4.
So, the first video that's dropped was the Feeling Myself video.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, the internet is mad about it. Why? Because it was released on Tidal, and it's not free. So you can only watch the video if you have a subscription with Tidal. But, as you know, somebody probably recorded it and put it on YouTube, so the whole world can see that right now.
Yes. But they had to wait like 2 or 3 days.
They had to wait like 2 or 3 days. So,
I watched it the day it came out, though, and it wasn't on Tidal.
So anyway, back to legal matters. So the Feeling Myself video for me was very best friend. Like, it's me and my best bitch, and we're out. Well, not out. They were essentially in the house, but we're just having a little.
Too.
Well, yeah, they
were
were at Coachella.
They were at Coachella.
Exactly.
They were at Coachella, and
which you bitches were slick with that.
right?
Oh, y'all were.
But I heard it was extremely last minute, like to the point where I read an article. I believe Nicole Bitchie reported it. That Beyonce wanted to do it, and it was extremely last minute.
But not for nothing. Look how long the single has been out, though.
Exactly.
Right, the single's essentially been out since the album came out, because that was like one of the like on the album. There's about 3 or 4 songs that everybody catches on to. Feeling Myself is definitely one of them. Which means I hope Drake or Lil Wayne actually feels like they want to do some last minute shit so we can have a Truffle Butter video, please. That's my dream.
That would be nice.
Please, that would be dope because Nicki,
Drake,
and Wayne technically have never done a video together. Well, other than Bedrock.
Okay, but then it was other people.
It was the whole Young Money family.
Right, they have songs together.
But not for nothing. Why don't they just call it a day and get together and just form a group? Because not for nothing, that would be one powerful group.
That would.
It would.
That would be one powerful group.
That would.
It would be a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. But the Feeling Myself video was very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Nicki and Beyonce, you would think they were best friends for like at least their whole life.
Okay.
Yes, but the memes that came after.
Okay, there was so many
memes.
Like, and there was hate. Like, there was this meme where it was like Beyonce and Nicki, and they were like, "This is Beyonce and Nicki, not you and your broke ass best friend." Yes, the funniest shit ever. Like, yes, like you better shade these broke bitches out here. Like, no, you are not Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, but. That and then my favorite scene with them two was when they were like looking at each other and they were like on beat with the smiles and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god!
That part and the burgers.
Yes, the burgers and the guns, the water guns. And then you see where they had like their hands wrapped around each other eating the fucking cheeseburger.
Yes.
And then there was a scene from Coachella where
She's
chewing gum. No.
Oh, the
She was
Now or
chewing
Later.
gum, and Beyonce, what's that? I was like, no. She's like, it's Now. She's like, yeah, you want one? Like
Yeah, girl.
fucking besties and shit. Like, what the? Like, it was beyond cute. That's probably
was
like one of my
I
top.
loved it.
That's like one of my new favorite Nicki videos. Like every time I have a favorite video, she comes on top and surprises me with
You better
another
give a
one.
mini review.
Yes,
Okay.
the video was everything.
It was.
So next that dropped was the David Guetta, Afrojack, and Nicki Minaj video for Hey Mama.
Okay.
Essentially, David Guetta, he's a DJ that, you know, makes the beats and has everybody on his album. He's had Nicki before. They did Turn Me On, and then they did the song with Flo Rida. I forget the name of the song, but they had a song with Nicki and Flo Rida with David Guetta as well. But Hey Mama is Afrojack and David Guetta. It's really cute. Nicki is a hologram in the video. Because when David Guetta and like that whole DJ thing, when they do videos, they kind of they don't have too much of the main artist in it because it's their song.
Yeah.
So she's in it and she looks very cute. She has a pink wig on and she's very Arabian. It's in the desert. It's cute.
I love the fact that she's bringing back the pink wig.
I'm loving
like,
that
and
she's
it's not
bringing it
too
back.
much. Like
Yes.
it's just enough.
Just enough.
It's normal, but still a step
Nicki.
above.
Right, it's
Yep.
still Nicki. It's very cute. So hold on, because there was another pink wig. The last video to drop this week was The Night Is Still Young.
Okay.
And the video was very cotton candy pink. Essentially, to me, it was almost like Super Bass. Almost. And the reason why I say that, because it was dancey.
I think it was the visual aesthetics of it that made it look
kind of like Super Bass. But it was very cute. At the end of the video, you can catch her on the back of Meek Mill's four-wheeler. I believe that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
The moped.
Yeah, I don't know bikes, but
ATV?
one of those. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it's really cute. Nicki has on a pink wig. She has on like a nude dress with gems, you know, strategically placed in the right places, so you know we don't see any, you know, goodies and bits.
What? Diamonds.
You know what? Listen, they're besties now, okay? They're besties. I know where you're going. They're besties. Okay?
Oh no shade.
Oh,
No shade.
they're
Listen,
besties.
the Beehive welcomes Nicki with open arms and nothing but love.
Nicki Minaj, I guess, you know, Beyonce could be down, you know. But anyway,
Girl, you better get on the program.
Speaking of feeling myself, there was also
Snatch
memes. you. All right, relax.
We'll snatch
There was
you.
memes for the Chicago Bulls jersey leotard that Beyonce has
Yes,
saying
some
boutique,
Instagram
boutiques are probably sewing their lives out right now. It was really cute, but all three videos were very Nicki-fied, very cute, bubbly, and I approve.
It definitely showed her
smashes again.
Okay, and also the Night Is Still Young video was also premiered on Tidal, and the internet is mad. They do not want to pay that $10 a month.
Girl, y'all better get with the program.
Y'all better get with the program because that's the wave.
Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna see a Nicki video ever again, or probably on YouTube, unless it's a feature with somebody else who is not with Tidal.
Speaking of the Source Report, I think another artist who's had delays with their album is gonna drop their album on Tidal now. Miss Rihanna.
You know what?
Not for nothing, think about it. Her album was supposed to come out last month or something like that.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it's not coming out.
Well, it was just reported literally yesterday that she is slated to release the album at the end of the summer, which is different for Rihanna. Everybody knows, for the most part, when Rihanna drops an album, it usually comes out
in time for summer, like fall. True, that's true.
like usually, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did get released on Tidal. Exclusively.
But you feel like the artist gets more of the percentage of their money that way.
Right.
So, I don't knock that.
But now,
the bitches is still mad.
Here's my question with this whole Tidal thing now. Because you know, Vivo, when your video got on Vivo, that counted as towards your sales, your album sales.
So is that going to go towards your album sales?
How is this going to play a part?
I'm pretty sure they're still going to put their songs on.
I mean, I guess all the artists that are not, you know, related or in conjunction with Tidal.
I'm sure people are still going to release. I'm sure people who are involved with Tidal are still going to release it on iTunes and
because she's stupid not to get that.
Right,
coin
that
too.
would be stupid because that's going to be more. That's going to be more coin coming in.
I think Tidal will be your exclusive way to get it.
Right,
first.
like they might release it on Tidal first, and then like 2 weeks later it'll be out.
Vivo,
So if you want it,
and iTunes,
right. So that's how it'll happen. So that's it for the Falls report this week. Teddy,
Give us that spot.
give us that tea, Daddy.
All right. So first and foremost, we're back to being shady. Shady boots.
Yes, all kinds of shit.
Okay, I just hope that we have new vehicles in people's apartments soon to come. No shade, no shade, no shade. It's coming back for season 2. They have been up and recording around the city. Shout out to Tamara and the rest of the crew. Everybody can't come in my head right now, but Brandon, everybody. But yes, they are back. So definitely look out. Keep up for No Shade. Like I said, they coming back season 2 filming now. All right. So
girl, I can't wait until the
I can't wait
season
either.
premiere.
I can't wait either. And plus, there's new characters. There's
new characters?
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 new characters that I've seen. So I'm interested to see how these new characters.
Main characters?
Yes.
Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Main characters. So I'm interested to see how this is all gonna play and intertwine, especially being that, you know, Donnie.
Thank you, because I was going there.
Donnie is no longer, I don't know if he's no longer on No Shade or if he's just, you know, taking a step back for this season. But we'll definitely see how the characters mesh with each other in their storylines.
Yes, this is going to be very interesting.
I can't wait.
It's a much watch season.
Okay.
I've never even watched it. I feel kind of bad.
After we will catch you up.
Yeah, I gotta get caught up because I've heard about it, but I've never watched it.
Oh, it's an experience.
No Shade.
Okay.
It's an experience.
So I gotta get into it. Shout out to No Shade.
Okay. So next, the grand jury in good old Baltimore decided to indict the 6 police officers for Freddie Gray's death.
All 6 of them?
All 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
And
justice will be served.
They went ahead and did it, and this actually happened earlier this week. The 6 officers are Caesar Goodson, Goodson Jr., William Porter, Brian Rice, Edward Nero, Garrett Miller, and Elisa White. Yes. And they're all facing multiple different charges. One was the driver. He's facing second-degree depraved heart murder, involuntary manslaughter, second-degree assault, manslaughter by vehicle, and the list continues for him. Mr. Porter, he rode in the van with Freddie Gray. He's facing involuntary manslaughter, second-degree assault. Mr. Rice, he's the lieutenant who initiated the chase of Freddie Gray. He's charged with the same thing, involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of misconduct in office, and his list continues as well. And the same thing pretty much continues for the other 3 officers as well. I'm just finally happy, and I think the rest of the world can also be happy that not only did we get the indictment, but justice at the end of the day was served.
Definitely.
Now, I have to ask a question now. Do you feel, question. Do you feel that because these officers weren't all exclusively white, that the indictment came? Because nothing. That's a mixed, international.
Yeah, wasn't it a black? One of them was a black woman.
Yeah,
I
think wasn't
Alicia is the black woman, and then
one of them is like Hispanic.
One of them is Hispanic. Yes.
So do you feel because of that the indictment came down? Because not for nothing, like when these all white officers are doing these things, all of a sudden there's no indictment. I think they feel they find there's nothing wrong. I
honestly feel that at this point, we as a culture and we as people just need to overcome the fact that it's not about color. Yes,
I love that you're trying to be real with that. Let's be real. That
I am being real because
we live in a world where color is
we do live though. Correct. And however, yes, things are changing, but like I think we've all said it, we as I guess you could say a culture, yes. We as, or just put it out there, we as black people, black individuals need to start standing up more together because then things will get done. I just feel like the indictment came, I don't think it really had to do with the races of the people that were the other officers that did get indicted. I think it was just for the simple fact that people were kind of getting sick of having other people get away with things.
Okay, fair enough. Correct.
I'm just happy it happened because I'm just tired of seeing my black men, getting caught up in these situations because it's really unfair. And I feel that at times it's hard enough on the women that are behind them because they have to, simply deal. And how do you deal with losing a loved one? How do you deal with having a loved one who's been beat by the cops? Like, how do you handle that? Because essentially they're in a very vulnerable state right now. How do you cope with that? And I think sometimes America forgets that most of these black men have families that they have to go home to, and how do you?
Or they belong to someone's family,
right? And how do you? Right? And how do you? And at that point, how do you, as a person who's been beat up by the cops, explain to your son, explain to your daughter, explain to your niece, your nephew, your little cousin? How do you explain to them A, what happened, and B, how to avoid it, and C, also how to deal? Because I feel like that's something that you have no control over other people's actions.
But also too.
So how do you even begin that conversation? But also too, though,
how do you, as someone who's been beaten and brutally attacked by, a police officer, tell your young son or daughter that these are the people you call for help when you need help?
Right, because essentially that's the first. I mean, say what you want, but at the end of the day, we need police officers because there are still people out there trying to harm us. So they're still needed, but I just feel like they abuse that sometimes. And then I think also for the cops who are good cops and their reputation is tarnished by association. And
but you know how it is. A couple bad apples,
ruin it for the bunch. You're absolutely right, and it's sad.
I'll say this last thing and we can move on. It's just to me like with all the rallies. I understand the rallies, but the thing that gets me is that like you're out there screaming, "Fuck the police," screw the police, nothing but pigs. That whatever you say. But yeah, let's say you're out in the club. And you're with your peoples, and someone pulls a gun on you, or someone snatches your chain,
right,
or someone steals your iPhone, or steals your Galaxy.
Right.
You're the first one. Oh, I'm gonna call the cops. But yet you're the same person that's at the rally saying, "Yo, fuck the police. I don't need the police."
Being
you're the first one to call the police.
There needs to be more protests about less violence, and there needs to be protests more so about the bad cops, not just cops generalized, because not all cops this way. And I feel like some people are really blind by that. And also, when we do it to each other, it's extremely okay. We can look the other way. But when a cop does do it, it's a whole other story. And what people have to realize, some cops in their mind, or just not even cops, people, they feel like, well, they're doing it to themselves, so it's okay for us to do it to them. And it's not okay. And I think that it starts with us. If we allow ourselves to keep fighting each other and not being units, black people especially, it's gonna start affecting everything else. Like it's clearly fucked up now. Like where else? What do we have to lose if we start becoming united? If we unite and actually stand together for more than just a new liquor store down the street or a new Popeyes or a new Little Caesars,
or the new Jordans that just
right,
came
or
out.
the new drugs. Like I'm like, if we can
say the new drugs.
What did you say?
I say Jordans.
Jordan. I heard drugs. My bad. If all the new that too. Like
what's in yucca,
right?
Same thing as the yucca. Okay.
But okay.
Right, because he poured. Okay, so what did you put in there?
So
so back to the topic. I hope that as races we can come out of this slavery, because essentially we're still slaves in our own minds.
Yes.
And I think it's time we come out of that, because they've been controlling us for long enough. It's time for us to come out of that. And I think once we do that, we can achieve so much more. If we come out of that slavery, and if we come out united as well, I think we can get a lot more accomplished.
Well spoken, Cray.
Well, I do what I can.
Well, Cray, I got news for you.
You do?
Only because I know
Wait, before you start. Is he like 6'5"?
It's not a man, boo.
All right. You tried it, though.
You tried.
No
but
big deal.
I it's news for you because I know you like her. This particular artist. That's why. Even though she's no longer here with us, but she's here in spirit.
Okay.
Amy Winehouse.
Yes.
Okay. I believe we talked about this before on the show.
First episode.
Yeah, first episode. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. Her documentary will be hitting theaters this July. It's titled Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just a documentary of her life and what she was going through in the music industry. Her father, as well as her boyfriend, do not approve of this documentary.
They do not approve this
at
message.
all.
But where they get the clips from? Because essentially, aren't they into at least like 5 of the clips?
Well,
there are some of them clips.
So
and some look like home movies.
Right.
They do.
So how did that happen?
I don't know. I guess they got it from the director. It's directed by Asif.
The director got it from where?
Captain, I believe that's
Right. I was gonna say, where did the director get it from?
Because he wasn't there.
He had to direct something. Like he wasn't there the entire.
Because a lot of those scenes look like they were before she was famous.
Exactly.
Right.
So where did he get the footage from?
Exactly.
From Daddy. Because
Dad doesn't approve.
the quote was, it's a fictionalized biopic centered around a
How is it a biopic if it's her in the movie?
Wait,
Hello.
How is it a fictionalized biopic if it's
Okay.
her in the movie?
Okay.
Oh my God.
But listen. This is what it was said. It's a fictionalized biopic centered around a distorted portion of Amy's life.
Okay. All right, Mr. Winehouse.
That's what it says. But
I know Mr. Winehouse.
if you're interested to go see Amy and you happen to live in LA, New York, or the UK, look for it to hit theaters in your area July 3rd, and then it'll be nationwide July 10th. So
I'm in there. Screw Papa Winehouse.
we'll definitely see and make
Danny
sure
Winehouse.
when you go see
No,
it.
that's the boyfriend.
When you go see it, bring your box of tissues because they saying it's gonna be a tearjerker.
Oh boy.
Like it's gonna be real.
Well, that's gonna have to be a movie I don't go to see with no makeup because I ain't gonna come out there mascara or cut. No, we
need to go in flawless.
And
that concludes your spot of tea.
Hey, Cray.
Hey, Cray.
What's going on, love?
So listen, you have a question from one of my Facebook friends.
Okay.
They want to remain anonymous.
Okay. Is he cute? Let me stop.
I mean, we always trying to set it up. Always.
But see, I'm not sure if it's like really an A Cray question or if it's like a Cray question.
Hey, it might be a hey Cray.
It's a 3-part question. So are you ready for the first part?
You can give me all 3 at the same time.
You better take all 3 at the same time. Yes, girl, big girl.
Okay.
The questions read as follows: Does trust exist in your relationship? Do you still get jealous? And how well do you know your lover?
Okay.
Do you want to break this down?
Well, I'm not in a relationship currently.
I got a problem with that.
Or me not being in a relationship?
Are you not in a relationship with us?
Hello.
I'm not in a romantic relationship.
We'll say that.
Excuse me.
Nobody's sleeping with these 2. Not these 2 thoughts.
Excuse you?
Y'all be okay. Anyway, point being, I am not in a romantic relationship. I'm currently single. I've been single for a while.
Are you looking to mingle?
I am, but I'm also not.
Okay.
Like, if it happens, it happens.
When
but
the
I'm
chips
not.
may lie?
What?
When the chips may fall?
I guess.
Okay.
But I will say this. I do have slight trust issues. I'm happy to admit that. I do have real trust issues. That's something I have to figure out in myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do get a little jealous because I'm a very possessive person. Like, if you're mine, you're mine.
So a bit crazy. Okay.
I'm not. I mean, the last name is Cray.
Okay, because I was about to go there.
No
Cray,
big
she
deal.
get Cray.
No big deal. But, you know, I'm the type of person, like, when you're mine, I want you to be just mine. I don't share. Like, when you're mine, everything is mine.
Ooh.
You're naughty.
I didn't even mean it. You got anyway.
It sounded very suggestive.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay, 'cause I know how I took
No, you two is just thoughts. That's how that ends up.
Why
Okay,
would it?
so look, we're thoughts. I guess the rest of our audience is thoughts too, because they all took it that way.
I guess. Well, hey, if you took it that way, you would thought too. It's okay, boo.
Oh.
It's okay. But what was it? Was do I have trust issues?
Do you have, girl? This trust is your relationship. Do you still get jealous? And how well do you know your lover?
Well, I know these two pretty well.
Yes, bitch. She was my deep down.
I might want to smash their heads together like coconut sometimes, but essentially I love them.
Okay.
That's about it. I have a great
I'm
relationship. I have a great relationship with myself. I watch movies with myself. I drink wine with myself. I do a couple other things with myself.
Get in touch with yourself.
Okay.
Because she's feeling herself.
I be feeling myself. But, I have a great relationship with myself now, and that's the most important relationship to me at the moment. Because if I'm not okay, I don't have anything to offer you guys. So I got to be okay within to do this. So, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cray's boobs is like on
Yes.
fleek today.
So,
Like it's so
every
crazy.
week you'll hit me in there like, hello.
Because again, I'm like here, but it's
Why
here.
don't you turn into Teddy?
The boobs is on fleek.
Why don't you
What
turn
can I
into
say?
Teddy?
What can I- Honestly, if I was a straight man, that's the thing I would be attracted to because you already know I loves the cake. So, but the cake and the boobish cleavage, I would play that.
Oh my God.
Adios, míos.
Let that be the last attempt to be straight you make, okay? Please, because I can't. He's like, what is that? What?
You'd be
But
surprised.
anyway, so,
Diva!
you got those trends for us today?
Oh, okay. So that was in the Cray.
That was in the Cray.
Okay.
Teddy ended that real quick. Real quick.
Yes.
It went 1,000 to 0 real quick just now.
I see. So with the trends this week, being that it is Memorial Day,
Mm-hmm.
it is the
Yes,
unofficial start
bring
to summer.
out your white shorts
Yes.
and your white pants. No?
Not really.
Not the summer?
You can.
You can.
I mean, I don't like white pants
You
anyway.
still can.
It make me look whiter than I am. So.
That's a trend that never goes away.
I hate
You
white
can.
pants. Oh.
But I decided to update the trend list for the summer. So the top 10, I have 10 here. Summer trends are number 1.
You sure I got 10?
Yeah, girl, I got 10. I numbered them. Number 1 is the printed pants.
Ooh, printed pants.
Yes.
I love
I like
pants.
printed pants.
Because everybody thinks summer, all white, like as you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Or just bright colors.
Or just bright colors. So not for nothing, why don't you maybe go a little different and bring like a printed pant, printed short? They're really in. H&M has a big old thing going on with printed shorts. I know Forever 21 has something going with printed pants.
Old Navy,
yes. Well,
because we was in
dresses
it.
too.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I know. I picked one up today. I know.
But yes, bring a little fun, excitement, a little maybe fluff and fairy tale to your everyday life with a printed pant.
Right.
And next up, ladies, and even fellas, yes, fellas too, the crop top. Now, the crop top has been around,
forever.
It's nothing
Ages.
really.
That's the summer favorite right there. Crop
But-
tops.
Let's say you're afraid to show your midriff, your tummy line.
High-waisted shorts.
Damn, girl. Get in with that. Combine a trend from the fall and from the spring, with the high-waisted shorts, high-waisted skirts, high-waisted pants in general.
Right.
Or
They even have high-waisted minis. If you don't want to wear a long, bitch, pull up that skirt and be a thigh, okay?
yes, and also too, do not be afraid to layer your crop top with with something else.
I wouldn't have
Right.
thought of that.
Yeah, this way you can still with the trend, but you still have a little cover up going on.
Right.
Next we have cutouts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to Ratchet Thoughts.
I got too much boobage for
I
cutouts.
am not talking about ratchet cutout jeans. If you want to do that, that's on you.
Does
I
that
see the trend.
classify as a cutout though?
Well,
If it's jeans.
Well, that's what they're called. They're called cutouts.
Okay.
They're called cutouts.
You're
I'm
talking
still
about
on
the cutout
trend.
in the boobie area.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
talking
I got too
about.
much titty for that.
But no, there's other cutouts too, because like you can show a little, a little side here.
I got too much. Listen,
You can show a little
I got love
shoulder
handles,
here.
maybe a shoulder. That's about it.
There's tons of different cutouts.
Maybe a
Okay.
shoulder.
Um,
Maybe I'll even show a neck or two.
Now, Cray, because I know we're going partying sometime this summer, bunch of parties. Maybe you want to think about a dressy romper.
Oh yes.
Dressy rompers are in, and if you combine that with the lace trend, flawless.
Okay.
After that, of course, denim. Girl, just throw in any denim, make it happen. Okay, your shoe game. Now, it's summer. Most people don't want to wear their shoes because, they're like, my feet get hot, they get sweaty, I don't want to be stinking, fuck that shit. Think about lace-up sandals. Lace them all the way up. Not gladiators exactly. They're a little different from gladiators. They're actually, laced-up materials. Laces.
Okay.
After that, let's think about maybe the gingham or AKA the new plaid, which are basically more widened, bigger blocked, designs. Do that as a button-up dress shirt, a whole dress.
You could tie it around your waist with some shorts and a plaid and a solid shirt.
Yeah. I also noticed that some designers are doing that with their shoes as well. So you can, throw in your wedges with, the little new plaid, design going on there. Another thing too, if you want to maybe do dressy or casual, go both ways, is the fringe look.
I love
the fringe look. It gives you the long flowy without over material.
Yep.
I love that. The belted dress. You can never go wrong with the belted dress.
Definitely
With the belted dress, you think a Hamptons look. Very clean, classic, polo. I'm off to the Hamptons.
Okay.
And
Matched.
this is a trend that's very left, and I know you guys are going to be like, what? Like, really? Get your life? Suede.
Come again?
Yes, exactly, see? Now, they do have all suede dresses. Most people, like Cray, would say, I don't know how I feel about suede.
Okay.
But
and
you
in
can
the summer.
But you can with this trend not only as like a dress or a shirt or whatever. You can actually do this with your accessories. A suede bag, suede shoes, just suede accessories.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Maybe a bag.
Yeah, I'm here for the shoes.
Now, I do have a high fashion trend alert.
Trend alert!
And I do mean a high fashion trend alert because this is like really bitch.
High fashion or high fashion?
High fashion.
High fashion or high fashion?
High fashion.
Okay.
Now,
because I be seeing a lot of high fashion for the summer.
Yeah. Now, this fashion trend will have you guys like really bitch. It's starting in China because I don't know if you guys have ever gone to Chinatown.
I mean, let's be real.
Flushing, those areas, that are heavily populated with the Asian crowd.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you see them walking around with face masks. Well, the face masks are making it to the Chinese runways.
So that essentially is high fashion.
Yes, they are calling it
High
runway ready to wear masks.
High fashion. That can be high fashion.
That can be high fashion.
I'm just saying.
That can be high fashion.
It can be high and high. But why though?
Well, as I just said, like, a lot of, Asian cultures, they have the fear of SARS and bird flu and stuff like that, all those airborne diseases.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying, well, if you guys are already running around with these face masks on, why not make it high fashion? Let's turn it into something.
Are they gonna start, like, putting jewels and shit on there?
Anything you want.
I'm honestly here for that. Only because y'all know I'm just different and I'm very, very out the box. I would pump down anybody's block with it.
I mean, I seen some of them.
I would though.
Some of them do
pump down
interesting.
anybody's block with it. I can't.
Some of them do look interesting, especially if you you believe in like what they call the doomsday preppers.
Yes.
You can be fashionable and survive
who
the
gives a
apocalypse.
fuck? You're about to die. What the hell?
And that's it for the trend.
Hey, it's fantastic.
Okay.
So,
okay.
boys, girls,
okay.
Cray,
Gentlemen. Oh, hold on. I have a question.
gentle lady.
Can I get men's fashion?
Can you give men fashion?
No, get.
Okay.
I feel left out. That was it.
Oh, okay. Well, some of that trend was interchangeable. You do know that, right?
It was?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Because
okay.
we are moving into an interchangeable world.
Very
from
much
what
so.
I'm seeing.
Very androgynous.
Clearly.
Because I have a dress on right now.
It's a shirt.
It's a shirt, but it's long as shit.
It's
looks like
a side
dress.
shirt. Anyway.
All right.
It's an international.
So this week's tea at a week is very spiral, very mixy,
okay.
very chocolate vanilla swirl. No cookie crunch, if you will. Well, maybe. This week we are talking about
the swirl.
The swirl. But we're not talking about ice cream.
Nah.
We're not even talking about lollipops.
Right now,
no. Ooh.
We're not even talking about lollipops. We are not talking about rainbows. We are talking about a box of Trick cereal. We, in fact, are talking about interracial dating.
Woo.
So, to start this off, I have a question for you two.
Okay.
Would you be interested in interracial dating? Is that something that you got is on your radar?
Been there, done that.
Because you guys are essentially single bitches now. We're all single bitches now. So, well, how was it? Was it anything different than?
It was something that I would, as just the older people say, I wanted to check off my bucket list.
So, was it serious?
It was serious.
Okay.
It was
what was the race?
Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Poppy.
I did also,
Was he Puerto Rican, Dominican?
I don't remember. One of them. The mixes get together. I know he had a big head.
Damn. Hold on. Which?
Yeah. That's
anyway,
what you find out.
Teddy.
Same thing like Diva. I've been there, done it, and I would try it again. The person I did it was Dominican and Puerto Rican. But I know.
Listen, not to cut you off. Spanish, especially Puerto Rican, Dominican, that's not really too far out the race. I mean, like, Arabic.
No, let me tell you something. Anything for me, if you ain't black, you ain't my race.
Okay, all right, you got it.
That's just me.
Okay. That's just me. Okay.
But I would love to take it further. I would love to date an Arabic dude or a white dude that's like Justin Timberlake. Like, give me.
You better have a type.
Oh, I have my type.
He definitely got a type.
I would definitely do it again. They just gotta be right.
Okay. Well, for me, I did date a Puerto Rican once, but it didn't end well, so I'm not really gonna. But I would do it again. I'm open to dating outside my race, only because maybe I'm not finding what I want in my race, which is sad. But maybe
what you mean, maybe?
Clearly, I'm not. But maybe I need to explore other options, and maybe I will find something. Races I have been known to be attracted to. There's this Arabic guy. I believe he's Arabic. I don't know, but he could be something. But I think he's Arabic only because the texture of his hair. His hair is really thick. Like, it's really pretty, but it's really thick. Middle Eastern, right? Right, because I don't want to offend anybody.
It covers it all.
He works at my local convenience store. And he is really kind of cute. No, not.
I know. I'm just saying.
And he's really cute. Like, I don't know. I don't go in there that often, but when I do go in there, he's in there every time. So, you trying to hook up with a discount or not? No, but he's cute. But I have been known to be attracted to some white men. Channing Tatum. He's hot. I do.
You and 60 billion other people.
Right. Okay. But there have been some men locally that aren't famous that I might have, given a second look, like, oh, he's cute. What else? I always kind of wanted to maybe look into a Hawaiian man.
Interesting.
Or maybe even a full-bred Native American. Full-bred.
That's hard.
Because my ex was part
That's
Native
hard to
American.
find. That's hard to find.
I know, because they're only in one place. But we could go.
Good trip.
I'll take that trip.
Take a trip.
I would take the trip. But I wouldn't mind dating outside my race. That's not something I'm totally not against. But I would do it. It seemed like it would be interesting, entertaining. Maybe.
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
No. I kind of have a fear of maybe doing that. Only because of, where the world is right now. What's going on in the world. Also, too, the culture shock, too. And I'm not thinking like, maybe
True.
not just like, what do you call them? An Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah.
Saxon, okay. I'm not talking to like maybe like an Indian guy or a Chinese guy or a Japanese guy. Because then that's a whole nother culture that first, I'm getting to know the person.
True.
But then I'm also getting to know a whole nother culture too.
True.
Right, because they're different.
Like, at work, where I work at, we get a lot of internationals. And I've learned, like, from each, customer interaction I learned something new about a different part of the world. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you guys did that. Or we do this differently than you guys do that. Like, again, culture shock, and I'm just at work. So imagine actually dating someone and being intimate with somebody.
True.
The major culture shock.
True.
And then, you would...
I'm sorry, cut you off.
That's right. But then, you expect, like, especially if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, you're thinking, like, okay, I'm dating this person, we're getting serious, you're going to meet the mom, you're going to meet the father, you're going to go to family events.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say, like, here as Americans, we mostly all celebrate Christmas, for the most part.
Right.
A lot of countries, in other cultures, do not celebrate Christmas. There's no such thing as Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, December 25th is running around, let me get ready, go get some presents, and, well, where's the tree? True. And you're like, well, what are you doing? Like,
right, they don't know what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And also, that could be a different religion.
Yeah,
and that could be a completely different thing. Because
when
I was watching Christina Milian, her sister was I don't want to say she was a transitioning Jewish person, but she was getting into Judaism, and she had to kosher a lot of her stuff, and the rabbi came by and was like telling her what she could and could not eat. What you mean I can't have no pork? Like, I don't eat pork like that. But I'm more of a turkey, chicken, lean meat type of girl.
Girl, give me the pork.
But,
hello.
Occasionally I dabble in ribs. So, I mean, if I want to have a rib or two, let me have a rib or two. But there's other things that they can't eat, like, and that would bother me. Like, what do you mean? Like, I will say this. When I dated my ex was part Native American, but that wasn't the culture shock for me. One of his family members is married to a Chinese man, and she's black. And that's who he lives with. And it was different for me because that's when I found out that Chinese food, what they eat, is completely different from what they service at,
it's completely different.
Yeah.
But at this point, I didn't know. So when we went to his house, like, oh yeah, we're going to eat. And so he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to make some noodles. I'm like, okay, I'm making some lo mein. No. He comes out with... it was some clear looking noodle. I forgot the type of noodle. Rice noodles, yeah. And don't get me wrong, they were really good. They were really good.
They're real good.
And even there was things that he introduced me to that I would never have had we not been together. Like bubble tea. I'm in love with bubble tea. And my favorite flavor is taro. And you were like, what the hell is a taro?
Yeah, because girl,
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Taro.
I know what bubble tea is, but I never heard of taro.
Taro is a root related to potato.
Really?
But when you blend it, it tastes to me it's purple. Mm-hmm. When they put it for the milk bubble tea, it's purple. I don't know what goes on in the process, but it's purple.
Okay.
To me, it tastes like cookies and cream. That's why I like it so much.
Okay.
Shut up. But that's why I like it. And milk bubble tea, he also introduced me to this thing called pork buns. They're so
good. I've had those before.
They're so good. And then this other thing called There's other places he went to one time. I guess you could say it was a double date with one of his friends, but she was dating her ex-boyfriend. We went to this. It was a hot pot place. A hot pot is where they have like a little
steam pot.
Yeah. It's a steam pot, and you order your meats and your vegetables, and it's raw.
Yeah.
And then you put it on the stick, and you put it, and you let it cook, and then you can eat it, and then they serve it with rice. It's really good. You would think that's gross, but it's really good. Hot pot is really good, but I never would experience that having that day. Also, my favorite, and then I'm gonna move on. My favorite thing he introduced me to is shaved ice. It's almost like a snow cone, but what happens is they shave the ice. Mm-hmm. It comes in a bowl, and they have different toppings. Mm-hmm. They have green, they like the green bean and the red bean. They had green bean, red bean, strawberries, kiwis, all types of fruits and other things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I used to get strawberry kiwi. He wanted to get green bean. I let him get green bean. And we used to put condensed milk on top. Girl, it is so good.
Gosh, you better have an orgasm right here on
the
show.
If I could remember, if I could speak Chinese, he used to speak Chinese. That was the other thing about my ex could speak Chinese. Yeah, he could understand it. He knows a lot, because he went to a Chinese school. When he grew up, he went to he learned Chinese on the weekends.
Okay.
So he could speak Chinese. And the first time he did it, it was like, I hear his voice. And I hear Chinese coming out of it, but it was just like
it wasn't
who is speaking that? Like, it bugged me out, but he can speak, and essentially Chinese is not a sexy language.
Until he did.
It's not. But it was just
because you be thinking they arguing and they're just having a regular conversation.
Right, they're having a regular conversation, but it's just the way it is. It's just not a sexy language. But that was one of the biggest things that surprised me, that he could speak Chinese really well. He didn't know a lot of words, but he could understand it. He would know what's going on. But yeah, that was a lot. But as far as interracial dating, I'm not opposed to it. I would try it.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So let's fast forward time a little bit. Let's say you're in this racial thing.
Okay, because I thought you was about to say intergalactic.
Yes, I was.
I was like, I don't know if I want to date an alien.
So, let's say
I'm not ready to be with you, Bob.
Let's speed time up.
That's a whole
let's
bottle
go
in there. I'll
10
never get
years.
back.
Let's go 10 years into your relationship.
Okay.
And you guys are married. Girl, 10 years from
10
now.
years.
So add 10 years to what you are now.
You know how old
I'll
you
be
are.
lucky.
Sheesh. Okay. But let's say 10 years from now, you're in this relationship, so it's going well, you guys have gotten married, you're living together, and it's time for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're, I guess, Christian, some kind of Christian religion, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And let's use your Asian
persuasion
ex-boyfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Oriental?
No, I'm trying to think of the religion.
Oh.
I'm having a moment. Okay, yeah, Buddhist. I think they're Buddhist.
They might.
Okay, so let's say they're Buddhist. Okay. How would you guys maybe tackle the idea of how would you raise your kids?
Whoa,
that's a great question.
Religion is a big thing in interracial.
That's a great question because I remember on Love and Hip Hop New York when Consequence was in his relationship
Hello,
with Jen.
you remember?
That was a tough time because he's Muslim and she's Christian, and that was a hard time. Consequence. I'm sorry, I just thought about how ugly he is.
No, just
I got I'm sorry,
but no, just keep in mind we're just imagining. This is just
that's gonna be. This is
your younger self. Thinking as you would be your older self.
That's difficult because how will you? I put it like this. I'm the type of person where my kids, if one of my kids happened to be gay or they wanted to do some out-about career that wasn't exactly normal, depending on what it was. If they wanted to be a scammer, no. Your ass is going to school.
Oh no, whoop that ass.
Anybody got time for that?
Right, but if they wanted to be like, if they wanted to do something that wasn't too compromising or too much that I couldn't handle, like, she wanted to be a reality star, I guess. I guess I would have.
How about a YouTuber?
She could be a YouTuber. Her mom was. So. I wouldn't judge it, but religion, essentially, that's something that I don't judge anybody's religion. Yeah. Because everybody's allowed to believe what they want. I have no, that's you. I respect it 100%. But when it comes down to your kids, this is something, it's like, how do you do this? Because you don't want to compromise your own religion. Yeah. And your husband, something else. Also, that wedding ceremony, how is that going to go down?
And listen, y'all figured it out.
Well, I guess what I would like to do, I would like my kids to do what they felt comfortable with. Mm-hmm. If you felt like you wanted to be a Buddhist, or maybe you wanted to go left, your mom's a Baptist, your father's a Buddhist, maybe you want to be a Jewish. I'm not gonna say Jew, that's really messed up. If you want to be Jewish, then that's fine. I would want my kid to pick what they want. If they wanted to, whatever religion that they're okay with, I respect it. I might not understand it. I might not be okay with it, but I will accept it.
Teddy.
I'm the same way. I agree 100%. I mean, with Cray. Mainly for the simple fact, just of how I was raised. My mother, she never, force me into a situation or made me pick something. If that was what I wanted to do, I automatically knew I had support.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, because my father is Muslim. Okay. And my mom is Christian, I guess you can say. And my dad, he doesn't go to mosque or anything, but he fasts for Ramadan. Okay. And it was weird because I went to a Catholic school for elementary school. I went to a Catholic school, And it's weird because I went to a Catholic school.
Word.
But he also went to the same school. My dad has a long background. I'm not going to get into that. But,
no, you gave me some
yeah.
hints on that.
So, he's Muslim and I'm going into a Catholic school. And, you know, it was weird.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's, you know, my dad fasts, and there's been times where he's fasted, and we're just like, why? You know, like, why? And one time that stuck out to me, one time Ramadan fell 4th of July, it was during 4th of July weekend. Because Ramadan, I believe, is like, I forgot how long, it's 30 days, I believe.
But it fell during 4th of July.
It fell during 4th
Girl,
of July
the
or Labor Day.
was going,
right, but wait.
I pray for
He
y'all.
was on the grill. He was on grill duty. And you can't eat
that's torture.
Right, because you essentially can't eat for 12 hours. You can't eat from sunrise to sunset. So while the sun's out, you can't eat. And it used to kill me because I'm like, this man has got to. And my father is not a spring chicken, you know. And this is before he had his surgery, so his knee is bad, and you know, I'm just like, why?
He was up there being fancy.
Wow. Right, so
that's a strong man.
That bothered me. Both my parents are black, but just for the religion part of it, that was a bit much. So I could only imagine how difficult it would be to be in two different religions in one household. Because you know, essentially my dad's thought process already is different from my mom because they're a man and woman, and then they have two different religious thoughts, so that's another thing. So,
my approach to the whole thing, and this is what I would like to think, you know, me and my partner would be able to do. Mm-hmm. Let's say we were two different, you know, religions. I don't go to church really anyway, but I would prefer that if our kids can go to both places of worship and learn from both ends,
right, and just understand.
And then once they get mature enough and old enough
to figure it out on their own,
right? Just how I believe that's Muslim culture, where you have to. I believe they have it where they wear the hijab, but at a certain age you can make a decision if you don't want to wear it anymore.
Yeah, like one of my coworkers, she recently, I guess she reached that age where the decision was hers, and she took off her garbs.
Jewelry?
No.
Women's?
Somewhere in clothes.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about, so we'll talk later. Yeah, we used to work together, so. Yeah. We had this conversation.
A long time ago
in a galaxy far, far away, when I was out of my mind and I'm still trying to get him. But anyway.
It's part of the plan.
Okay, it's alright. Alright, build that empire.
Well,
so
one ring at a time.
If you guys got tea to spill on interracial dating and maybe the possibilities and things that you've gone through.
But wait, what about intimacy? Because essentially that's going to be different too.
How? Explain.
Word.
Well,
because see, I didn't want to bring that up, but okay, go ahead.
Maybe
real
for
quick.
Women.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like some cultures.
So that's nothing. A lot of sex really isn't that different.
It might be a little different.
The parts are different.
It might be.
And what goes?
I'm sorry. Did you just say their parts are different?
I said the parts are different.
Woo! Okay.
Yes, because on white people,
no,
their parts are like Barbie dolls.
I'm
Like
I'm not talking about because she's like for girls it might be different.
Right.
So I said a lot of sex is the same sex. A lot of sex is the same.
Well,
the parts are different. Like when we have sex with another man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pineapples.
so when she has sex with another man, but she has, you know, liver JJ and
pineapples. Stop. Okay, what I was saying, right? A lot of pineapple moments there. But I meant was that's like the word you just. I'm cringing. Stop. But so. No.
Intimacy.
Intimacy might be different. I mean, I don't want to give myself away, but I've seen material that would lead me to believe that it would be different among the races.
Then we need to talk about this after tea.
Okay.
Well, don't worry. We'll talk about this after tea, and then maybe we'll come back to this subject later on in another topic.
So, share your thoughts, share your experiences, if you've been through, you know, interracial dating and what's happened and what's going on. Email us all of that to thetnewyork@gmail.com.
Also, if you have any more questions for me, questions that I can answer, help you out with, if you need any tips on clothing, you can leave that with him maybe, but I can help the girls out a little bit.
Cray's good with it. Her fashion,
I'm good with it.
Snatched.
If you need any hair tips, anything, you can email thetnewyork@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer them. And keep the questions coming, because that's what I'm here for.
And I don't mind passing the questions to Cray, but please email Cray directly.
Yes.
It is so much simpler that way.
Right.
But I did like the setup, so thank you.
And make sure that all your questions, when they come through, please put in the subject A. Cray. Okay?
Yes.
You can put A. Cray or AYE Cray, or just put Cray in it. You know, if you can't feel lazy, put Cray.
Also, too, if you want to remain anonymous, just sign it anonymous.
Sign anonymous, right? Because I don't know your name unless your name's in your email. Then I don't tell you, but I won't read the name. I promise.
Exactly.
But before we go, Cray, do you have anything you want to say?
Oh, so yesterday.
Hold on before you do that.
Okay.
Girl.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yesterday, I had a fabulous photo shoot with the photographer.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay, because I was here with you.
Go ahead.
That's why I said I wanted to do that before she went there.
Okay, but go ahead.
What was it?
Okay, girl.
Okay. So I had a fabulous photo shoot yesterday with William. I know him as Billy. He's an up-and-coming photographer. He's really good. I'm going to be in his new book. I'm not sure the name. It's a photography book. The theme is love. So once the book is, he's still doing more photo shoots. So once everything is done, I will keep you guys informed on the book and all the links to see it and all that good stuff.
Yes, Cray.
I got my model on yesterday. It was so lovely.
Did you smize?
I'm not a good smizer. Like I'm not
This chick live. You see her Instagram live.
All day. Stays on my feed.
I'm not a good smizer live.
I'm not a good smizer, but this was different. Like, I don't know.
OMG.
That's because you weren't holding the camera. That's all that was.
Anyway, so.
But I was really asking to give you a setup.
Okay.
Because I know that one of our viewers, one of our, are we going on teacups?
Teacups, yeah.
One of our teacups.
Yeah.
Your sister.
Oh, right, duh.
Exactly.
Hello. So I would like to. I completely forgot about that. I would love to give a shout out to my sister, Banana Anna.
Annabella.
Her Anna Wintour.
Anastasia B.
Her team, the Gateway Gladiators, is going to the ship. My sister's on the rugby team, and they're going to the championship this Friday. They haven't lost the game. They're undefeated. So I'm really excited to see. I hope she comes home with the trophy. Good luck, Anna. Break a leg. And don't make your cleats too dirty.
Break several legs. Okay.
Don't make your cleats too dirty.
But with that said,
hold on.
There's some more?
Yes.
Girl.
Okay, because and I'm making it very quick.
30 seconds.
A lot of our viewers keep asking when can they be on. So here it is. I'm saying it now. No more emails, no more comments, no nothing. It is coming, okay? We will have guests as the viewers as guests.
Okay.
On the show.
Viewers to be on the show?
A lot of our viewers contact us, supporters, everything. They just want to come on and sit with us and chat it up with us and all of that.
But
so
there are opportunities coming because pretty soon we'll be doing Teeth in the Streets.
The Teeth in the Streets is coming back.
And straight.
So look out because when we broadcast it, I don't want to hear nobody saying that you missed it or you hitting us up talking about I'm still waiting for my invite to come to the show. Been waiting for you at the doubt.
Even if you want to come and watch, we will have it soon. We just have to soon.
We getting it. We setting it up for y'all. All right.
Setting it up, okay.
But now, with that being said,
is there anything else? But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
No, but I guess that's it for this week. Just remember to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes.
someone who's Instagram famous, tell them to just share the video, share our link, something. Screenshot something.
Right. Get it in.
All right, so with that being said,
the tea has been served. We'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.